Hi, Chris Madsen here. Everything that is required for the Golden Age to happen is already given. And this is for the collective, for the whole world. Everything is already given. The free energy, the med beds that restore body temples, the prosperity, the systems of exchange that bring complete abundance to us all. Everything that when you think of as what is paradise on earth, the perfect world, it's already been given. All the love, all of the peace, all of the joy, the serenity, all of the solutions, it's already here. And so why are we not in this moment then just dancing and celebrating and you know, in paradise, in the Golden Age, the Age of Aquarius? And what's going on is the Great Awakening is what's going on right now. So if you have an electric fan going and you pull the plug, the blades are still spinning. Even though they don't have any power, it's still going on. So what is happening at this time right now is the blades, so to speak, the systems are still churning, but yet the power behind them is not there. And so we have things like the cabal attempting to do the Great Reset right now. They're in overdrive, you know, fraudulent elections and the virus that isn't real, but it's all there to bring about the destruction of the old system of the central banking so they can bring in their new one, the totalitarian state. That is what's going on that level. But yet, as it's just simply triggering us to awaken, which is a beautiful thing. Bruce Lipton talks about the caterpillar is going along, eating leaves on the ground and stuff. And then at one point, one cell within it, called the imaginal cell, goes, hey, I am a butterfly. I am encoded for butterfly. And so the other cells attack that, you know, thinking it's some sort of a virus or something. But yet, as they do, they get, quote unquote, infected with this. And then now they become more imaginal cells. And so there's this war within, you know, as this jelly cocoon thing goes on. And then finally, as we know, the butterfly emerges. We are collectively in a stage right now where we're in the cocoon phase. And so that's why nothing that used to be normal, you know, we would do, just remember before March of 2020, you know, the normal life you had. And then all of a sudden everything changed, you know, wear a mask and there's this scary, you know, invisible monster that's going to eat everybody. And, you know, the media is saying, and on and on. And so what that is the caterpillar trying to defeat the imaginal cell, the butterfly, because we are now into the grand awakening, right? And so what's going on, though, is every time they're doing this, more and more people are waking up. A lot of people now they know that mainstream media is lies. It's propaganda, you know, and so whereas a year ago, they didn't. They would watch the news and, oh yeah, that's what's going on, you know. And with governments and elections and all these things, they just figured, well, yeah, you know, that's the system and that's the way it goes. But now we're recognizing that, wait, this whole thing was an illusion, you know, and this includes the financial system. We were, you know, led to believe that there's scarcity and poverty and you have to go work hard and, you know, debt is the way and that's, you know, but now we're going, wait a minute, you know, hey, this whole, you know, they never had money. They just put digits on a screen. And then now I'm spending the rest of my life. And we have all this free land, but yet, you know, we're in these little areas. Why can't I have the free land? And more we're recognizing, wow, there really is free energy. You know, wow, there really are healing alternatives, and that big pharma is a big scam, including vaccines. You know, more and more of this awakening is happening. And this is the grand awakening from what we could say the caterpillar to the butterfly, or in this case, from the old 3D systems into paradise on earth, the Golden Age, the Age of Aquarius. And so how long is this chaotic cocoon phase with, you know, all this bizarre energy and uncertainties and every day recognizing more and more? This phase is going to take as long as it takes for the tipping point of the collective conscious of the world to wake up and to move from the head to the heart. Because it's not enough just to be aware that, you know, that all of these things are facades and charades and illusions. It's moving into the heart. And so every system, I'll give you examples. Every system that we have right now is based upon a corporate body, right? It's all corporations. We think of, for instance, the Canadian government as being a government. Well, guess what? It's a corporation. Even the police, the medical, big pharma, even education, all of these systems are corporations. And the corporation is not there to serve the highest good. It's to preserve and get more control and power within itself and those that are on the boards of the corporations. And so as those dissolve, you know, as the caterpillar and dynamics come into play, that how can we serve the highest good for all? How can we transform what was this system into something beautiful? That's when we emerge as the butterfly. An example could be, say, Big Pharma. Big Pharma right now is all about making money and profits. So the last thing they want is cures. They want things to sell more products. So if we, as the imaginal cells, are aware of this, and we go, hey, what serves to bring real healing? You know, one is, for instance, we've found in this awakening is hydroxychloroquine or cinchona bark. It's just bark from South America. It works great for colds and flus and things like that, you know. So we start using that, right? And, you know, they're pushing vaccines. We just say no. You know, so in other words, we transform all these systems. And so within our own individual being, as a cell of the whole body of man, we receive, we are the imaginal cell. So we no longer support, or maintain any of these systems. Whatever is the highest good for all, we do that. And we get a pass into the Golden Age, an early pass. And what that is in this now moment, recognizing that all the love, the joy, the peace, the serenity, all that the external things would bring to us, we already have. We have an infinite amount of love that is in this moment being sent, so I receive it. We have an infinite amount of solutions in this moment, so in this moment I now receive it, right? The ones that are still in the program, they're spellbound, they're under spells from the cabal. With those people, we show love, we show the truth, to assist in their awakening. Some won't, some will argue. With those, just, you've done your part. It just means that it's going to take more time for them before they become imaginal cells themselves. A beautiful thing I read online was, we're not here to wake up the sheeple, we're here to assist the sleeping lions, And so in my personal life, I make a practice of keeping my body temple in beautiful fresh air, in nature every day, eating good organic food, filling my mind with thoughts that are uplifting. We never solve a problem by just living in the problem, right? We live in the solution. And living in the heart. I'm forever moving into the heart. So, filled with love, in this moment, I receive the infinite supply of love. And in the now, So as we are researching and seeing what's going on in the world and, witnessing it all, we do it as an observer. We do it as a good doctor that is seeing the symptoms of what's going on and then giving the prescription, prescribing to write within the heart, send out the solution, which is always love-based, right? And I know in my personal life, I spend a lot of time just sending love out into the quantum field, the collective consciousness. And if things pop in my mind, a certain person or things I'm aware of, I'll shoot some love that way. Knowing that, just like you have chicken wire, a fence, or, and anywhere on that fence, if you put electricity, it electrifies the whole fence. In that very same way, from where I am, as I send love, I am shifting in the quantum field the energy into love. So if I know there's people that are enslaved, like in China and North Korea and places, I send them love. I vision them free and dancing and celebrating in perfect vibrant health. And as I do that, it's coming into being. You know, it's seeds that are doing that. So that's where we are right now, and my solutions for the collective and the individual. I know there's a lot of chaotic energy right now, but we can return to the heart. You know, it's just like when I'm meditating, birds go by, maybe a boat on the lake or whatever. I don't have to focus on them. They're just part of the scenery. And with that, hey, we are going into the golden age. There's no stopping it. Just like the, you know, the butterfly, it's happening, man, right? Now, some people, they're just observing and waiting, you know, like I hear, you know, like the Christians are saying, Jesus is going to come, and until then, it's going to be chaos. Well, I got news, is that if Jesus just right now appeared on Temple Mount, and with his big band of angels coming down with trumpets, and he opens up and moves in the temple and sits on a throne and just emanating pure love, you know, there'll be a lot of people going, oh man, that's just a hologram from the cabal. Other people will just deny it, you know, and on and on and on. In other words, it's got to be a shift within all of our hearts. So, you know, what I personally think is like when Jesus said, hey, if they say I'm in the mountains or here or there, you know, don't go. Because I personally think that there will not be a physical return of Jesus. It's within our hearts. What is born of spirit is spirit, you know. And so, yes, receive the Christ, you know. And another thing is occupy until he comes. So if it does happen the way, you know, so many Christians are saying that he is going to come, great, far out, man. Sooner the better, right? But until then, you know, hold your ground, hold the line, you know. So that's where it's at. Yes. Namaste.